What's going on, you guys? Slim here, back from the extravaganza that took place this past weekend, and I'm here with
VOLKAN.
Awesome, man. And what did you do, man? What did you do this past weekend at the extravaganza?
Man, I did top 16 with this amazing deck, and I lost in the finals due to opening double pill, which hurts.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, you're still on dinos, man. That's freaking awesome. I know Misk went to 1. I know everyone thought that with that happening, the deck was just... The majority of dino players just put the deck down. Why did you continue to play the deck?
Because with Misk being at the 1, I just found out a new opportunity to pick up a new competitive deck for cheap. Because everyone was selling their Animadorns for like $30-$25 a piece. And I was like, the rest of the deck core was pretty cheap, so I just decided to buy the deck. And as the weeks continued that I worked on the deck, I found a new combo where you can loop the Misk till the end of the game.
Oh, that's friggin' awesome, man. That's awesome. Well, before we get into your profile, do you have any shout-outs you want to give?
So, I would like to give a shout-out to Steven, who is also owner of VIZIT Gaming. It's a free, it's an entry-based, great locals. So you can attend there if you're living in USA, or if you do not live in USA, you can just attend there and cover the shipment costs.
Awesome, man. All right, well, without further ado, let's get into it. Let's see what you did with dinos, and I can't wait to hear about this looping miss. That's crazy. 1 miss and you found a way to loop it. That's friggin' awesome.
Yeah, like most people think that our misc access is pretty limited, but it's not. So for the deck profile, we are on 3 Soul Eating Go Raptors, just heart and soul of the deck. No need to explain this card really much. It's the first thing you do to get on your combos. And then we have triple Scrap Raptor. I see most people playing this card at 2, especially people playing Prosperity. I think it's a wrong number because Lost World and Scrap Raptor is full combo. Then we have 1 Giant Rex. You need the Giant Rex to be able to go not minus with UCT. Popping Giant Rex with UCT and then special summoning Animadorn back, getting a Search for Pill, but re-banishing this card is going into the Garras, gives you a fresh OTK. Then we have 1 Miscellaneousaurus. It's sad that this card got limited, but to be honest, if it didn't get limited, I would have never picked this deck up. For our smaller dinos, we are on a 3 Baby Ceratosaurus. In my opinion, if you're playing any number but 3, your deck list is wrong at that point. And then 1 Petit Pteranodon. You need to have access to babies as much as possible, and you can pop the Petit Pteranodon in order to get Dino Roaster Prankatops, so you can have another interruption. And then we have 1 Animadorn Darkosaur, because the Megatins was not out when I bought the deck. If I had the chance, I would play 2 Animadorn Darkosaur. Then for bigger dinos, we are on at 2 Ultimate Conductor Tyranno. You can play this at 3, but I like it at 2. 3 kind of seems picky to me, and you always have the access to this card anyway. You can search it off Oviraptor, you can summon it off Double Evolution Pill, and all that kind of stuff. Then Dino Wrestler Pankatops, the biggest sack card in the game. Like, even people who don't play dinos play this card just because it's too good. And you have access directly to this card via Petit Pteranodon. Then for extenders, we have 1 Scrap Chimera for the combo. This card is obviously necessary. If you can't afford to pick Scrap Chimeras up, I suggest you to move to another deck, because Scrap Recycler doesn't do the same thing. Then we are on at 3 Tame Spirit Ataras. I'll explain to you when we get to the extra deck, but this card is a main piece in the combo. Then we are on at 3 Parallel Exceed. So people are like, why are you playing Parallel Exceed? Like, this card is so bad in dinos, right? And the thing you can do is when you open, let's say, Baby, Lost World and Parallel Exceed, you can go activate Lost World, normal Baby, give them a token, link into Almirage, go Exceed, and then pop the token, destroy your Baby from deck, and then pop off from there. So it's just another way to start comboing gods. Then we have for our hand traps, triple Effect Veiler, also the Sign Frame package, 3 Gamma, 1 Driver. For our consistency spells, we are on at triple Fossil deck. If you can afford Prosperity, you should definitely play Prosperity in this deck, because this is a 2-card combo deck that requires a starter and an extender, like Altergeist, how it needs a trap and multi-faker. you need to find both of these pieces to start coming off. Then we have 2 double evolution pill, just in case you draw the other one, and the second one can actually come up in the late game. Then for our power spells, we have 1 for 1. Because Misk is at 1, you need as many ways to get an Archosaur as possible. And if your Misk gets ashed, and if you don't have like Cross Hot, Cold Bite, Gamma, anything like that, 1 for 1 is your savior at the end of the day. Then we have 1 Cold Bite Grave. This is pretty obvious. And triple Lost World. This card just got better with the years. Like, when Scrap Raptor got released, everyone was like, oh, this card is going to break every deck. But Lost World said, yo, Scrap Raptor is a dinosaur card. And what you can do with Lost World Scrap Raptor is amazing. I'll show you that when we get to the combos, but first, let's move on to the extra deck.
Yeah, no, man. The main deck looks super awesome. I just want to add, like, yeah, you're not playing Prosperity. You're not playing, like, a lot of the, like, real, like, expensive cards. And you still were able to do, like, amazing things with this deck. So I know you're suggesting people pick this stuff up, but for, like, any budget players out there, man, like, this is proof that you can do it without those cards and still find success. So I just wanted to mention that, man. That's freaking awesome.
Thank you so much, man. Also, just to mention, I'm just a 16-year-old student from Turkey, and... like one United States dollar is like 9 Turkish liras here. So, you know, I have to do everything but to build the best budget deck I can ever do to get top cuts.
Yeah, definitely.
So for our extra deck, we are on at Link once, 1 Link Rebo. This guy's pretty good because when you go into Miscellaneousaurs and Animador Dracosaur, you just need another Link fodder for your double evolution pill. 1 Almirage for the Parallel Exceed combo, also for the instances you don't want to go into Link Rebo. 1 Secure Gardena, in case you can do only UCT pass, you link the Link Rebo for Secure Gardena and banish the guys. For our combo pieces, we have Scrap Wyvern. This card is absolutely broken. Like, this card just gets you all the combo pieces you need. And meanwhile, the normal Dino board can end on like Dragoon UCT or Evolzard UCT. You can do no spells, 5 monster negates, UCT, a hand rip, and a recycled Misk. Just with this card. Also, 1 Crystron Alki Firebrax. It's not necessary to play if you can't afford this card. However, if you can afford this card, in my opinion, you should be playing it. It gives you access to Naturia Beast, which we will showcase in the combos. For our last Link 2, we are on at Nightmare Phoenix. This card is a great card. You can also play Cerberus to destroy the token you get with Lost World, to go with Parallel Exceed route. But it gets you kinda minus, so I will show you another tech that you can really put in your deck. For our Link 3s, we are only at Nightmare Unicorn. I didn't go into this card a lot, like I don't think I have ever summoned it, but it's just here in case you need it. And for our Link 4s, we have 1 Appaloosa. The end board's one of main pieces. So you just end loan like 5 cards, and for your opponent to break the board, they either have to negate Appaloosa, Kaiju, UCT, or anything like that, and you still have backup. Appaloosa is one of the backup cards. You don't really want to rely on that, but it's nice to have. For our Xyz monsters, we have 1 Evolzard Lagia, we have 1 Evolzard Dolka. These are pretty self-explanatory. We have 1 Abyss Devourer, which actually did perform pretty well. So instead of going into Evolzers, I sometimes went into Abyss Devourer and just lacked my opponent from the graveyard. Especially turn 3 against Drytron, they had no place. And for last Xyz, we have Dugares. Dugares is really awesome in this deck. Especially you can go special summon Atara, Parallel Exceed, and you can go into Dugares, draw 2, discard 1, and you didn't even use your normal summon. So it's just another way to get your Oviraptor or your Miscellaneousaurus or Baby, Lost World, Scraptor. It gets you anything, and it can boost the Tyrona up to 7,000, so you can one-shot them. Now for our Synchro Monsters, we are on at 1 Cyframe Lord Omega and 1 Naturia Beast. For the side deck, when I showed the people the deck profile, they were like, yo bro, this side deck is so genius, like how did you do this? But I don't think it is. Like I definitely think there can be made better side decks. but this is the one I worked with. 2 Dugoran, because you need to respect Drytron and all the I will build the towers and you can pass stuff. 3 Artifact Lancia, because I expected to play against a lot of Tri Brigade, which I did. Then we have triple Forbidden Chalice. Just use this card if you can't afford Droplet. And for our spells, we have triple Cosmic Cyclone. This card actually didn't come up as much as I would like it to, but I didn't get matched with any Shadow or Dogmatica stuff, so I didn't usually side this card in, but instead I sided in 2 copies of Hate Runate. So what Hate Runate does is it can return all set spells and traps to each owner's hand. Like, if your opponent says 5 and passes, you just activate Hate Runate, and they just lost all of their spells and traps. And this card is not once per turn. This card can be used as turn 3 because it doesn't require you to have no monsters or cards like Lightning Storm does. This card is really amazing, and I think it's a slept-on card. And we have 1 Harpy's Feather Duster and 1 Red Reboot, because in my opinion, in every format you should respect the back of decks.
Absolutely, man. Yeah, no, I like your side deck. I think it's very like straight and to the point, and I really like your explanation like for Hatrunade, because again, you know, for budget players like Lightning Storm, even though it does have the reprint, it does have those restrictions, and that's one thing that I think a lot of players neglect when they're, you know, building their deck, is that, you know, you have one single face-up card, your Lightning Storm's dead. So I love that Hatrunade, you know, performed for you. So that's just awesome.
Thanks so much, man. If you want, we can move on to the combos.
Yeah, no, definitely. Yeah. Is this with the Tenyi monster?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, go for it, man.
Okay. So your starting hand can vary. It doesn't really matter what you open, but you ideally want to open Overraptor Mist, Last Rolled Overraptor, Last Rolled Scrap Raptor, Animodorn Darkosaur Baby. Like, there are just so many combos. So for our first one, you normal summon Overraptor, use the Overraptor's effect, get your hand the missing piece, which is Baby in this case, activate Misk, banish the Misk to special summon Animodorn Archosaur directly from your deck, activate the Animodorn's effect, destroying the Baby Ceratosaurus to get a double evolution pill. Then we are going to activate the Baby's effect to special summon another Baby. Overraptor will trigger, destroying the Baby to special summon the other Baby, and then the Baby will trigger, getting you to your Scrap Engine, which is Scrap Raptor. Scrap Raptor will activate, destroying the Baby and giving you an additional normal summon. Baby will activate, and we will go for another Baby here. Then we will link off the Archosaur into the link 1, link Kuribo. Then we will link these two off into a Scrap Wyvern. We will activate the effect of Scrap Wyvern, getting our Raptor back and immediately destroying it. Chainlink 1 Wyvern, Chainlink 2 Raptor. Raptor is going to give us a search for the Scrap Chimera, and then Wyvern is going to special summon out another Scrap Raptor, destroying our Baby Ceratosaurus. Activating Baby's effect, we will get the last missing dino in our combo to end off. So we have 2 cards in hand, 4 cards on board, but this doesn't end here. We're going to normal summon Chimera to the zone that Wyvern points to. And then we are going to activate the Chimera, special summon out the Scrap Raptor from my graveyard. Then we are going to link these two into the link to Crystron Hulky Firebrax. Hulky Firebrax will activate its effect, getting us Tame Spirit Atara. And then we are going to link 4 into our 2 material Appaloosa. Appaloosa 2 materials doesn't really matter because you can UCT boop everything they have, and it just puts you in a non-attackable Appaloosa, so it's just 2 monster renegades that can't be run by Bevel. Then we are going to Synchro Summon into Naturia Beast because Giant Rex is an Earth monster. Then we are going to Synchro Scrap Raptor and Overraptor into Cypher Lord Omega. Most people go for Savage here, but I prefer Omega because it has an ability to recycle miscellaneous swords. And for our last magic trick, we are going to activate Double Evolution Pill, banishing anything but Giant Rex. Banishing anything with Giant Rex. We are going to special summon out the Ultimate Conductor Tyranno. Then we are going to activate the Giant Rex's ability to summon himself back. Then let's say we pass the turn to our opponent. Cyframe Lord Omega has an effect that says, during your opponent's standby phase, you can target one banished card, return it to the graveyard. And then if this card is in your graveyard, you can target one other card in your graveyard, shuffle both that card and discard from the graveyard into the deck. So in standby, we are going to recycle Misk to our graveyard. And then on the opponent's turn, we are going to go UCT, destroy the Giant Rex. So we have a Misk follow-up with a Giant Rex. We have negates, 1 hand rep, 2 monster negates, and a Brook with UCT.
Yeah, and not to mention what else was in your hand. Like, this was done just off of 2 cards. Like, this is just crazy, man. I love it. I love the innovation with the, you know, with the Tenyu Spirit and everything. And I've seen the scrap combos before, but I really like how, you know, you're emphasizing Omega. Because, yeah, I think a lot of people forget that Omega's been around for so long, but bringing stuff back from the banished pile into the grave, like, you just have, like, perfect follow-up. Like, if this doesn't seal the game, like, I can see how on, like, turn 3, like, the game is already over, so... Yeah, that's just awesome. And like you said, there's multiple ways to get to this ending board. So yeah, no, this was just awesome, man. Like, this is crazy. Like, you could definitely still do crazy Dino shenanigans. 1 Misk, you can just, you know, recycle it with Omega. And yeah, you can put up crazy boards like this. So yeah, thank you for doing this, man. I really do appreciate it. You know, thanks for the deck profile. And yeah, congratulations again, making top 16 at the Extravaganza.
Thank you so much, man.
Thank you all for watching the video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and a special thanks to all my patrons. It's because of you, after all these years, I'm still able to make this type of content. Hopefully you guys will check out some of the videos that are suggested here for you, and just remember, you guys, it's not just a game, it's a lifestyle. Thanks for watching.